Alright, I just finished, borrowing money, not borrowing, withdrawing money from the ATM. And I didn't want to start the video when I was crossing the road. So anyway, I'm going to have coffee at Amazon, which is my go-to joint. And I thought I would kind of address this one question, rather funny question that I got from one of the females I was chatting with. 1 second. See, you can see my baby. So just my wife and my kiddo is there. So let's see where. Maybe we can sit there. Okay, so I'll just sit there. There, we'll sit there. So wait, we'll just see. Can we sit here? No, otherwise sit there. Sit there only. Sorry, there's too much of movement and too many things happening. Okay, sit there. I'll sit here. So, like I was saying, these videos are not planned, so that's why it's pretty messed up. Okay. So I was telling you that a person sent me a message and asked me the question, which I normally feature. The question is, Loy, why do you dress up like this? Like, why do I dress up like? You can see, why do I dress up like this? Why is it I'm not showing an expensive car like a Lamborghini? Why is it that I'm not showing my Rolls Royce or expensive house? Why do I live so simple? Because for those of you who know internet marketing, you would see most of the internet marketers with their expensive Lamborghinis or their Ferraris or their Rolls Royce. They would show expensive cars, they would show their house, they would show their success. So this person said, Loy, if you're successful, why is it that you don't have an expensive car? Why is it you don't have an expensive house? Why is it you look like, an ordinary beggar? Why is it that you show that you're so simple? Or why? If you actually look at any internet marketer, anybody, you notice that they always show their wealth. They always show they're an expensive car, house, or they will have an interview, or they'll have a discussion on a private jet with beautiful girls, or like 50 cent, they will show you stacks of cash. And to tell you a fact, honestly, that works. That works wonders. Today's day and age, if you see anyone who has cash, like Floyd Mayweather, he has real cash, not fake cash, real cash. If they show expensive cars, people get impressed. And that is a measurement of success. However, what you need to understand is not everyone who shows you an expensive car, not everyone who shows you an expensive house or a private jet is rich. For those of you who do not know, on the internet today on Amazon, just Google search, you can get fake dollar bills. You can actually get like 1 million fake dollar bills. You just have to pay maybe $20, $30. You can rent out a private jet for photographs. Private jet, you can rent it out for, I think, $500 an hour. You can rent out a photography or video session inside a jet and act as if it's your own jet. You can rent out an expensive car for a few hours. You can rent out an expensive house. These are for photo sessions, and I am dealing with some internet marketers who use these as props to show their success. Now, that doesn't mean everybody is rich, or that doesn't mean everyone's poor. Okay, there are some people who actually have it, like Floyd Mayweather. They have it. Thai Lopez, he has expensive cars, he has expensive houses. His core business is something else. And then there are those who also fake it. Like, for example, you get this guy, Dan Locke. He shows you a Rolls Royce, he shows you a private jet. He doesn't necessarily have that. Okay. And then there are others who, like Sam Ovens, who shows you a Manhattan house, who tell you that they're earning like 1 million a day or 1 million an hour or 100 million. So those are questionable. Okay. That's why you'll never get to see Jack Ma or Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg. What do they wear? They wear an ordinary shirt. They wear ordinary clothes. They don't show you their Rolls Royce. They don't show you their private jet. They don't flaunt their wealth because they don't need to. So now it comes to, why is it that I don't show my private jet, my Lamborghini? The first thing is I don't have one. I can't afford a private jet. And an expensive car, the maximum, to be honest with you, I can't afford a Lamborghini. I can't afford a Ferrari. I can afford a decent, say, Lexus. That's what I can afford. However, I can rent out expensive cars, not that I can't rent out. But having said that, there was a phase in my life in Dubai where I used to have expensive cars. Like I had a Lexus RX 330, a four-wheel drive. I used to stay in a small apartment, private, but I used to go to clubs to meet girls. I used to eat at expensive joints. Jumeirah Hotel or Burj Al Arab used to be the go-to place. You can book for 500 dirhams. You can book a nice table. Your bill might come to 2,000 dirhams. Say roughly around $1,000. You can impress your client. And it was not to eat every day. It was to impress clients. I impressed girls. So I've done that. But that was when I was in my 20s. Today, I am 42 years old. I'm staying in Thailand. My customer, my target base, are not people who get impressed with these toys. There's not a single customer of mine who wants to own a Lamborghini or Rolls Royce or who wants to show off in one. There's nobody who wants to flaunt all this. And the people who are actually rich, or the people who are my customers, are mature. They understand substance and content. So if you want to Google search, just Google search, see the articles the person has written, see the videos that they've shared. Based on that, you can judge whether what they're sharing is worthwhile. Paying, when people come up, internet marketers come up with my course, I'm earning $10 million a month. My course is valued at, 100,000. If you have to book an appointment with me, it's $50,000 a day or $1,000 an hour. But I'm giving you this course for $14. It's rubbish. It's absolute and utter rubbish. Okay. They put these ads on Facebook, which is $1 an ad, or it can be cheaper. If you click on it, either there's a hit or miss. In most cases, like Thai Lopez, who's very successful in internet marketing, each subscription is $47. They put enough and more videos, like each video is 3 hours or 6 hours. You can't go through the content. So they make, roughly you could say they make a profit of $40 per dollar spent. Or if you calculate the losses and profit on Facebook ads or YouTube ads, they roughly get per customer, per dollar invested, they get $10 in return. So that's a good revenue generating model. So for me, my target market, showing off my Rolls Royce, showing off expensive cars, doesn't work. And neither do I plan to rent out a car. Neither do I plan to buy fake cash from Amazon and flaunt it, because it's not my style. And if you go into this habit of showing cash, and you have to maintain it, and I don't have the stamina, I don't have the eagerness, and I don't want to. The customers who come to me focus on content, and I've been doing this for now 16 years and 11 years online. If I was faking it, I wouldn't survive. So the moral of the story is, don't fall for people who show expensive cars, expensive houses, expensive airplanes, and expensive lifestyle. They got rich because you fell for it. People who have this, like like Jack Ma, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, the ones who have it don't show off. I even personally know business people who I mentor. They don't show off their wealth. And you don't become rich by the amount you earn per month. You become rich by the savings that you have. In my case, I earn less, I spend less, I save more. And I also work less because I like to enjoy my life. So I hope this brings in some understanding as to why I don't show you my Lamborghini. And here's a big part of it. If you buy an expensive car, you will need to maintain it. And I'm not stupid to buy an expensive car, whatever the car, and maintain it for what? You buy a car, you lose 40% of the value, you take it out of the showroom. So who am I going to show off on this island? Who am I going to show off on this small little island? It doesn't make any sense. So I hope this gives you some insight. Let me know your thoughts. Do you get impressed by people who show you the expensive cars, expensive jets, expensive house, and stacks of cash? Do you get impressed by it? Or do you know that they are bullshitting? Let me know your thoughts. Love to hear from you. Take care.